me.
Your pancake maker, personal trainer, and motivational speaker. Please join us on the Man to Man Let's Talk show every Thursday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. on the legendary KYOK AM 1140 and streaming live on KYOKradio.org. Man to Man, let's. What's going on, Houston? What's going on? What's going on? This is your host, Eugene Johnson Jr. That's right, your transformer, and you're listening to the Man to Man Let's Talk show on the legendary KYOK AM 1140 and streaming live on KYOKradio.org. Yeah, Houston, we got the hits that don't miss, and it's sure enough good for your spirit. That's right, I am your transformer. I am your personal trainer, your choo-choo pancake maker, and your motivational speaker. Houston, I can feed you, I can train you, and motivate you all at the same time. What a beautiful day it is. A day that we have never seen before, and a day that we will never, ever see again. You better believe this day will only come one time. And that's it. But let me tell you something now. In these days of investments and stocks, I'm telling you, my stock done went up again. All right, every Thursday that I come in here, that my stock goes up because I walk up in this building with the honorable, fashionable, amazing Linda J on the ones and twos. Good morning, Linda J.
Man to Man, let's talk.
All right. Hey, How do you do?
I be right smart.
Oh, you be right smart. Oh, I hear you now. I hear you. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Linda J looking fly today. Oh, yeah, she looking fly today, y'all. Got her hair did. Looking all nice and everything. She blushing right now. Hey, you listening to the Man to Man Let's Talk show, baby. We have ourselves a good time up in here, all up in here. That's right, my first time listeners. Thank you so much for joining us, and please share it with somebody. Oh yeah, tell them to stream live with us on KYOKradio.org. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed today. We're going to have ourselves a good time. But listen, if you didn't know, now you know that I am your choo-choo pancake maker. Have you heard about those choo-choo pancakes?
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Come on now. These pancakes are unbelievable. Not just because I make them, and not just because I sell them. It's because what the other folks say. They do say that they are choo-choo-licious. They are choo-choo-tastic.
Yeah.
And they show enough choo-choo-rific. Oh, you got to get yourself some choo-choos today. What are these choo-choo pancakes? Well, they are pancakes that need no syrup. Now, I know you can eat any pancake without any syrup, without a doubt. But if you want the full experience of a pancake that has everything in it, you don't need to put no syrup on it. You don't need to put no butter on it. It's all in the pancake. That's right. You can grab and go. Matter of fact, Linda J, what we say about these pancakes?
Bless your soul, because it's a good grab and go.
They will bless your soul, because they show enough for good. Grab and go. You know, they are less than 100 calories per pancake. They are 20 in a bag for $12. Let me tell you something. No preservatives in these pancakes here. If you are looking for a healthier choice in your breakfast, in your snack, you eat them any time of the day. I'm telling you, they just that good. You want to get yourself some choo-choo pancakes, go to EugeneJohnsonJr.com for more information. Click on the choo-choo pancake tab and go on and get yourself an order. Don't take my word for it. Go on and taste for yourself.
You need to get some choo-choos today. Our sister kind of low, okay?
Okay, you kind of low on your choo-choos? Okay, I got you. I got a fresh batter already waiting to make. Did it this morning. I got some orders I got to fill. I got you.
Okay, good.
Okay? I'll freeze it on for you. And for you, Houston, same thing. We refrigerate them, we freeze them, and we deliver them fresh to you. Now, it's up to you now. I done put it out there. Now, if you want to make a healthy choice, get yourself some choo-choo pancakes. Today. All right? Listen, now, after I fed you, I sure enough got to train you. I am your personal trainer. That's right. Come to your house with little or no equipment and to help you see the value in owning your body. Why? Because nobody knows your body like you do. Now, not every exercise is for everybody. Not all foods are for everybody. My job is to help you discover what combination of exercises work the best for you and the helpful nutritional suggestions, right? Suggestions. And the reason why I say that is because I don't know how food processes in your body, but I will share with you some literature that will help you to empower you with enough information so you can make the best choice. I'm not going to tell you. You're going to determine that for yourself. So if you're looking for a personal trainer, someone to help you from the inside and out, I got you on that. Go to EugeneJohnsonJr.com for more information. Click on the training tab. That'll take you to the website. And let's sign up and take care of your body, okay? Listen, we only got one body. We might as well take care of it, right? We'd rather for us to do what we need to do than someone else to tell us what to do with our body. Now, we can take care of our cars. If we can take care of our houses, that may be a little suspect, that's for some people. We sure enough need to take care of our bodies, okay? So if you're looking for a personal trainer, you, a family member, or a friend, go to EugeneJohnsonJr.com for more information. Now, to fed you and train you, and most importantly, got to keep you motivated because as human beings, we all need some words of empowerment, some words of encouragement. So whether it's your business, your church, your school, your nonprofit organization, I got you on that. Right? We all need some encouragement. We all need some reinforcements of the things in life that will help us move forward. If you're looking for a keynote speaker, you're looking for a motivational speaker, I got you on that. Go to EugeneJohnsonJr.com for more information. Click on the speaker tab and let's see what we can do to help our fellow human beings, one human at a time. All right. Now, still in this time, there's still people who are getting married and all those wonderful things. And listen, finding a good wedding officiant is pretty hard, especially one who keeps it biblically correct.
I'm married now.
Are you married? Are you married now, Linda J? No, she's not married.
No, I'm not married now. Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Hey, guys, if you're looking for a wedding officiant, someone to keep it biblically correct to where we are honoring the one who instituted marriage, right? We're going to see the bride and the groom without a doubt. And we're going to definitely celebrate them. But most importantly, before the I do and during the I do's, we sure enough need to start and finish with God. So if you're looking for a wedding officiant to help you in that area and to promote the one who instituted marriage, go to EugeneJohnsonJr.com, all right, for more information. And we'll see how we can make God proud.
I'm married now.
Oh, yeah, that's what we'll be saying when it's all said and done. He's married now. Hey, listen, when we talk about making God proud, that's a very important thing because you're going to make somebody proud. You're either going to make yourself proud, you're going to make somebody else proud. But the question is, are you going to make God proud? Right? Listen, it's He who woke us up this morning because we know that we didn't win the lottery in our bank account, but we sure enough won the lottery in life. So if you want to make God proud, listen, you may not feel comfortable with saying it with your mouth, but you feel comfortable with saying it with your chest. Get yourself a t-shirt. The Make God Proud t-shirts. Go to EugeneJohnsonJr.com for more information of making God proud. They come in all different colors. And hey, if we're going to promote our favorite clothesline, why not promote God? Okay, He is the one who chose us this morning. Why not us promote Him for choosing us? Because look, there's over 180,000 people at a minimum who died a day in this world. We here today. And it's not because we went to bed early. Okay. And it's not because our spouse woke us up. It's not because our children woke us up or our pet woke us up or the alarm clock woke us up. It's because God touched us and He woke us up. Come on now. So why not make Him proud? Because He woke us up this morning. Y'all don't play with our daddy now. Okay. Okay, because our daddy don't play. Don't play. You want to make God proud? Go on and get yourself a t-shirt today. We're going to say it loud.
And make God proud.
I said we're going to say it loud.
And make God proud.
That's what we're going to do. And if you can't say it with your mouth, go on and say it with your chest. Get yourself a t-shirt.
Say it loud.
We're going to make God proud. All right, now, EugeneJohnsonJr.com for more information. Get your order on today. Now, you're listening to the Man to Man Let's Talk show. Man to Man Let's Talk is that nonprofit organization where we create an atmosphere to talk about things we generally don't talk about, but also bring awareness to God's definition of what a man is. Our job is to have the workshops, conferences, and men check-ins throughout the year to help one man at a time. Houston, it is up to you to be a part of the solution rather than part of the problem. And how can you do that? By participating, by donating, by doing those things that will help us as men be better men. We boots on the ground, baby. And today, I got my guest here who a good friend of mine. We boots on the ground, and we've been boots on the ground before this even started. Okay, and I'm telling you, this is what happens when we are obedient to God. And I'm telling you, when you make your investments or you make your donations to Man Let's Talk, you are invested into your community. You are invested into this city as we do those things to be able to help those men who are on the fence of going the right way or going the wrong way. We all need a support group, and that's what Man Let's Talk is all about. Your investment helps our workshops. Your investment helps our conferences. Your investments help these men who are down and out on their luck, that we can help them in that area where it's needed before they make a decision that potentially will harm themselves or hurt others. This is what this is about when it comes to Man Let's Talk. And breaking news, November the 4th, we have our next workshop in the Rosenberg Civic Center. It's game day, baby. Oh yeah, we're going to have ourselves a good time playing some games, learning a lot about manhood, and doing those things to be able to help us connect, to meet, and to serve one another.
And Rosenberg's hot, ain't it?
Oh yeah, Rosenberg
is hot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We come on down and we have ourselves a good time.
I see that.
In Rosenberg. November the 4th. Stay tuned for more details on that, as we get ready for our next workshop. Now, with that being said, Man Let's Talk is on this battlefield. We working hard. We some hard fighting soldiers, y'all. This is what we do, right? I am a hard fighting soldier, and I'm on the battlefield. I am a hard fighting soldier, and I'm on the battlefield. Well, I am a hard fighting soldier, and I'm on the battlefield, and I'm gonna keep on bringing souls to Jesus by the service that I give. I got my helmet on my head, and in my hand my sword and shield. I've got my helmet on my head, and in my hand my sword and shield. I've got my helmet on my head, and in my hand my sword and shield. And I'm gonna keep on bringing souls to Jesus by the service that I give. Well, I've got to walk right and talk right and sing right and pray right while on the battlefield. I've got to walk right and talk right and sing right and pray right while on the battlefield. I've got to walk right and talk right and sing right and pray right while on the battlefield. And I'm going to keep on bringing souls to Jesus by the service that I give. Well, I'm a hard fighting soldier, and I'm on the battlefield. I'm just a hard fighting soldier, and I'm on the battlefield. Well, I am a hard fighting soldier, and I'm on the battlefield, and I'm gonna keep on bringing souls to Jesus, bringing souls to Jesus, bringing souls to Jesus by the service that I give.
Oh, baby,
Come on now.
You sung that.
Oh, come on now. We hard fighting soldiers, Linda J. Oh, there's a battlefield out there. We got to stop playing now. We got to act like it's not. It doesn't even exist. The devil is awaiting out there. He's waiting for us, and then we can't go out there unprepared. We got to put on that whole armor of God, because that's what soldiers do.
Yeah.
The soldiers, they put on that armor. That's right. Not just any kind of armor. The armor that is designed specifically for us, designed by our Creator. Since He created us, He also created an armor.
Okay.
Boy, y'all better ask somebody.
The helmet of salvation.
The helmet of salvation.
Breastplate of righteousness.
Well, come on now, Linda J. What you say? Come on now.
Why don't you stop?
Oh, come on, Linda J. What you say? I'm telling you, He got us ready.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I like that.
And we're not trying to cut nobody to kill somebody.
Oh, no.
We're trying to cut somebody to help somebody. You know what I'm saying? We're using the word of God, right? We're not trying to be intimidating. We are sure enough striving to be collaborating. That's what it's all about right here when we put on the whole armor of God. In Houston, let me tell you something now. It is so important for us to see the value of us working together. And men, it starts with us. We set the tempo. If we don't set the right tempo, how can we expect folk to follow us? We got this responsibility whether we want to accept it or not. It's up to us to submit and commit ourselves to the Word of God. And when we do that, we will fall right into His plan. And we will throw away our plan. Because that's what it's about. It's about discovering the plan that God has for us. Not coming up with a plan of our own. We ain't that smart. That's right. We ain't that smart to come up with a plan that's greater than God's.
Yeah.
So just like everybody that we read about in the Word of God, they were doing their own thing until God came into their life. And when He came into their life, they said, you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and follow this plan.
Yeah.
Men, I need you guys to tune in to this show because this will bless your soul. You're listening to the Man to Man Let's Talk Show on the legendary KYOK. Better tell somebody, tune in now. We're going to have ourselves a good time with my good friend Richard Blount. And as he talk about healing America, y'all stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. Man to Man, Let's Talk. Yeah. Productions presents
Everybody needs us.
Huh?
Everybody needs us.
Yes, sir. Everybody. We in the building, man. We in the building. My man Richard Blount in the building. Woo! I'm telling you, if the chairs could tell the story, boy, we got a lot of hours together, man. Woo! Yeah, we go back. We go way back, man. A lot of time invested. Woo! Yeah, this brother here. Let's just say thank God that we still together. That's all I can say. Thank God we still together.
Linda J.
Linda JJ. Linda JJ getting her sign on of the book Healing America.
L-I-N-D-A.
Yeah.
Put that J on there. It's important. Mr. Blount, that's it. Nothing don't know about Linda.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, man. That's what it's all about. We in here, people. The legendary KYOK. We in here. Yes. All day, that's what we gonna do. We gonna talk it up. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
You'll take it right.
Young man is great.
Oh yeah. Woo. Boy, I'm telling
And you
you.
never guess. Last night at work, you never guessed. It was a man who was was on our unit. His last name was Goodnight. You know.
No way.
Mine was right.
No way. His name was Goodnight for real?
His name was Goodnight. I said, wait a minute. I
can't be a Goodnight that was over here.
But that's why I said, oh my God. His name was Goodnight.
It was Goodnight. That's awesome. And you know what? You probably had some good nights pass through there. You just didn't pay attention to it. Like you did until you met Kevin.
Right, yeah. Well, that's what the name. I mean, just
right.
Please join us on the Man to Man Let's Talk Show every Thursday from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. on the legendary KYOK.
Oh yeah. Come on.
40 and streaming live on KYOKradio.org. talk.
What's going on, Houston? You are listening to the Man to Man Let's Talk Show, baby, on the legendary KYOK. We in the building today. I'm telling you, if y'all don't go get y'all blessing, I will for you.
Okay.
Okay? You heard Mary say go get your blessing. There's enough blessings out there for us to go get. Now, if y'all keep playing around,
Okay.
I'm going to get the blessing. Okay?
They gonna snooze and lose.
They gonna snooze and lose. Okay, Mary say go get your blessing.
Go get
Okay,
it.
God done put it out there for us already. All we got to do is be obedient and go get our blessing.
Me and you Dick gonna go get it.
We're going to go get it. We're going to split it up. We're going to go half on the blessing.
Can you fit on that?
Y'all better go get y'all blessing. I'm just saying. Come on now, Houston. Hey, guys, if you got any calls or comments or anything like that that you want, things that you want to say, 281-453-1000, give us a call. And let's talk about it. We're going to get right into this. I got my good friend Richard Blount in the building. You know, Richard and I go way back. We go way back, but you know that I can spend the whole show talking about the history of us, but that's not important. That's not why he's here today. So what we're going to do, what you guys are going to experience, is what we do on a regular basis. Like before the show took place, you know, we was out there chilling, just talking.
I had to go get him, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, it was like we was at home, man, or we were just talking like we always do, catching up. And here's the thing, you know, you got a good friend when y'all haven't talked for a long time, and then you just pick up where y'all left off at. I'm just saying. I mean, that's good stuff right there, you know. And so he and I, man, we've been connected and doing great work for the kingdom, and I'm so glad to call him my friend. I'm glad that God put him in my life, and I'm so glad that he accepted the invitation to come on the Man to Man Let's Talk Show. I'm going to let him tell us about himself. I can't introduce him the way that he introduces himself. Houston, let's give it up for my man Richard Blount in the building! In the building. What's going on, my brother? How you doing?
Thank you for having me. Yes, Gene and I have had conversation after conversation, and I thought God was going to put us together. And God say, nope, that's too much.
Yep.
You go this way, and,
Yep.
and you go the other way, and y'all gonna meet in the middle somewhere.
That's right. That is
We've
right.
covered separate grounds.
Yes.
And have enjoyed watching each other do what we do.
Absolutely.
So, it's been great.
So, Hugh, tell us, Rich, are you a Houston native?
I am a Houston native, born and raised in Houston. I grew up in Missouri City.
Mo City?
Very proud, Mo City.
Okay.
See how she said that?
Yeah.
Mo City. We think we're bigger than Houston, so you can't tell us we're not. We think our influence is everywhere.
Yeah.
But it was a middle-class African-American community that built some real pride and character in their kids, and it just has not let go. So we're very tight-knit. We stay close to each other. We lift each other up. Very supportive of each other. So it's been a wonderful way to grow up. Mo City, I like it.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Man, you got to represent that high school, man. You got to tell them what high
Willow
school you
Ridge High
represent.
School.
Willow Ridge.
Yeah, Willow Ridge High School. I was very proud to say that when Dion now cues his music and says, play my theme music, that was Willow Ridge theme music back in the day. So I can really dig him when he say, play my theme music. I say, hey, that was my theme music. But when you heard them horns, you knew that Willow Ridge band was coming through the stadium.
Oh, yes, sir.
And they're always part of every parade that's happening. I'm telling you, they're always part of every parade.
Yeah, we led the Rose Bowl parade several years. That band was the pride and joy of the community. That's really what ignited us. And I would probably say Wings Track Club really built some athletes in that area. And so we were able to perform at a high level because of that track club. So blessings to Coach Wimbledon and others that really funneled talent there. So a lot of that helped build the character there.
Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, Rich, tell us a little bit about, now we just want to make sure, because, these individuals, they're going to see the book. They're going to follow you on social media. All those wonderful things that's taking place. We got to make sure that we let folk know what the situation is. Are you married, sir?
I am married. I am married to a beautiful wife, 8.5 years.
Yeah.
She's known as Gigi.
Yes.
And she's a sweetheart. She supports me in this. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing without my wife. I think Eugene would say the same.
Amen.
So yeah, they're important, man. So having your wife, you can't become a man without some sort of support mechanism, whether that be God, but you need that wife too.
Amen, brother.
Yeah.
So, amen on that. Let me tell you something.
Love that.
You know, it's important for us to give just a little background before we get into the book stuff on how we connect, because I love to connect the dots when it comes to, well, how did this guy get on the show? All right. And let me tell you, we put in a lot of work, and it all started. Was it
with a burger?
Well, no, it didn't start with a burger. But it started.
We fellowship with burgers all the time.
We fellowship with burgers all the time.
Yeah.
It didn't start with a burger though. But here's the thing. I remember it like it was yesterday. We was in Bible class. We was in Bible class together, and he was sitting close to the wall, right near the front row, and I was sitting in the back. And so I saw this guy, and he started dropping that knowledge, and he started talking. I was like, oh, I've never seen this guy before. Anyway, so we was having a men's retreat during that time, and so I was, doing my thing. Like, man, I was like, man, I wanted this guy going to the men's retreat. So I asked him, I was like, hey, bro, you going to the men's retreat? I introduced myself and everything, and so we just started talking. Now, what's so interesting about this? Correct me if I'm wrong. You tried every kind of way to get out of the men's retreat, right? To come up with an excuse not to go to the men's retreat. Just for whatever reason, that what took place, right?
Yeah. So
I didn't know this until later on. But we wound up going to the men's retreat. We took a road trip down to Corpus Christi. And we had ourselves a phenomenal time. And from that point on, we've been connected ever since.
That's true story.
Ever since we've been connected. And it was just by us communicating with each other, and his vibe, we had the same vibes, and then the rest was history. And then we just started working. We started sharpening each other in the Lord. And again, it started at the men's retreat. And this is what we're doing. We're working to help better men, right? And so it was a blessing.
One man at a time.
One man at a time. That's it. You just never know what happens until you just explore, right? Let your curiosity lead you to, that moment. And I'm so glad that
they had a speaker down there at that men's retreat that's still around today, Brother Dewberry. He's a representative out of Tennessee. That man taught with fire at that men's retreat.
Yes, he did.
And Eugene and I looked at each other probably after about the second day and said, man, who upset this brother? Like, he spoke with fire. But what he was telling men is we got to get up and do something.
Yes.
We got to stop talking about it and get up and do something.
Yes.
And I think we're at a transition in our life where we were ready to do something.
Facts.
We wasn't fully knowledgeable.
No.
But we had the desire.
Yes.
And he kind of solidified it that day, like get up, stand up, and do something.
Absolutely.
So we left there with that on our mind.
Absolutely. So we had a good trip going down and a great trip coming back.
Yeah. And y'all carrying it out today.
Absolutely.
We're carrying it out today.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's definitely
Eugene does a man-to-man local reach, right? In my book, I don't know what gets into me, but I was like, I'm going to try to go domestic all over the U.S. with it. But it's the same thing. Healing America is about healing men, and my book was published January 9th, 3 days after the January 6th insurrection. And I had been writing it for 3 years.
That's it right there.
Now,
that's what I wanted to get to right there.
Help me understand why I came up with the title Healing America 3 years prior to that.
Come on, man.
And the day it's published, we needed it.
Come on. It is amazing.
It's called divine order.
And he didn't know. He was just being obedient to writing, right? Yeah. And so the fact that he was writing it for 3 years, it could have came out in 2 years, right? It could have came out in 1 year. He could have knocked that joker out. No. But it was perfect timing for him to where this was already planned for when he was going to launch this before the J6, took place. Right. So that ain't nobody but God. Dude, let's talk about this book, man. Healing America, right? What was the driving force, to going into writing this book? Because nobody's just going to just write something together, about healing America. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But, here it is that you chose to do this. Give us some background history on why you wrote the book and what is the purpose of this book and everything.
I started writing the book in 2017. And I was in Boston, Massachusetts for a 4th of July weekend. And it was really in Boston. Of course, we had a new president at the time, Donald Trump was in office, and people were in an uproar trying to understand how this could happen. And I think Eugene and I would say we always refer back to the Lord's book, right? We refer back to the Bible, and the Bible says that God chooses the emperor. So whatever the reasoning is, I got to accept that. And so I got to roll with that and then trust God. So I think America was in a place where they say, I believe in God. Well, believe he chose the individual that he put in there, and I'm to honor him. Doesn't give me an option, just like I'm to honor my mother and father. Learning in Boston the grassroots effort into building America, what we have today. This is where it started. You could hate Christopher Columbus. You could hate Paul Revere. I actually went to Paul Revere's house while I was there. You could hate all of that, but guess what? That's where it started. We can't take away history, right? So it started there, but look at the opportunity we have today. Look at us three right now in this room. We have an opportunity today to speak, to live in freedom, right? So I say, well, let's take it back to a grassroots understanding, and let's learn from that, and then have gratitude about where we are today. Because right now, all we got is opportunity.
That's right.
And then we just left Barack Obama, who we thought in our lifetime we would never see that.
Never see
right,
that. That's true.
And then we're going to let one man come and wipe that out? No. The same God that put him in office, and the one we got now, whether I like him or not, we got to accept it.
That's right.
That's not, there's never been a power shift here. Christ is always on the throne.
Come on, man.
So while we're disputing the power shift, there's been no power shift.
That's right, brother.
Christ is in power.
That's right, brother.
And if we live our life like that, we should always have peace. This book was a way to remind us there's been no power shift. There was no reason to go and overthrow the government. Because the one we've been serving, he never left the throne.
That's right, brother. That
So,
is right.
The book is deep, and I take some time with it, but I believe it will cut to the core
Yes.
of some of our political strife.
Yes.
The elephant and the donkey can't do nothing for us. Only the lamb.
Oh, say that one more
Oh,
again.
you gotta say that
one
for the
more
people
again.
in the front, because
Okay.
even the people in the front, they ain't even hear that.
The elephant and the donkey can't do nothing for us. Only the lamb.
Only the
Only
lamb,
lamb.
baby.
I like
Only
that.
the
I
lamb.
like that.
Hang that one around your neck.
281-453-1000. What is
I
on
like
your
that.
mind on the Man to Man Let's Talk show? I got my great guest here, Richard Blount, with his book, Healing America. Please, by all means, give us a call. We want to know what's on your mind. Because he already done said it. Y'all know how y'all are.
I like
to the
that.
right and to the left. But we got to understand that the only animal that matters
Is the lamb.
is the lamb.
I like that, Doc. I like that.
Yeah.
Show enough on the get down. On the get down. What is
I'm gonna use that.
the ultimate goal with Healing America and the thoughts that you put into it for people to walk away from it to be better? What is the goal, Rich?
Yes, the goal is understanding. Understanding brings about peace. And so we have to investigate things, right? We got to understand motives and strategies. And today there's a person that lights that fire, and then there's a million fan flamers. So one person makes a statement, theoretical statement or whatever, or a conspiracy theorist, and then they start fanning it. Social media is fanning it. And sometimes it's not even, it's just a small match. But the fanning it is what makes it grow. January 6th was all about somebody fanning the flame. That didn't want to say that's what I was doing, but he knew what he was doing. He's fanning the flame, and then when that flame finally lit up, it started to spread. It happens today, and we got to be the people that don't fan the flame.
Right.
Put the flame out.
Put the flame
Yeah.
out.
We don't have a political divide amongst us if we really dive into it, because we all really want the same things.
This
We
is true.
want an opportunity. We want safety. We want health care. We all want the same things. And at the end of the day, we got more in common than we don't. But we got to stop and talk.
Well, I think one of the things you mentioned, I want to go back to what you said, I think is very important. And you're talking about power shift. So explain a little bit more on that. We know that God and his son are on the throne. But the power shift or the desire for power, do you find that that is the reason why individuals are not coming to the table and having a conversation because of the desire for power?
Desire for power is probably the single element of whether it be war or confusion in our world today. And it's misused. I think if we refer back to just the simplest approach to power, which was Solomon, and God offers it up to him. Now, imagine God asking 100 men the same question. What can I do for you? And Solomon's response was, give me the wisdom to serve your people. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the greatest response ever to a question by God like that.
That's right.
And we can apply that to our everyday lives. Now imagine Barack Obama or Donald Trump or even Joe Biden saying, hey, Lord, give me the wisdom to serve your people. We have lobbyists and political influence and finances invested that they can't make a decision solely based on the interests of God because they have to pay dividends, right? So that's a difficult situation. I'd rather rule in the seat that I'm in today because now I can just do God's will. That's a hard seat to be in a political arena. Am I saying that you can't accomplish God's will? You will accomplish because he put you there. So he'll use your terrain to accomplish what he needs. Don't worry about it. But if I'm trying to simplify it, even today I would use Solomon's wisdom and say, Lord, just give me the wisdom to serve your people. I think today with writing this and what Eugene is doing with Man to Man, we're taking the wisdom from God. How can I serve your people? Because this wasn't about me per se. This was about helping others to understand and have peace. Stop warring with each other about the political arena. And I think Eugene has the same interest. How can I help men heal? How can I help them heal?
Absolutely. That's the key thing through this is that many of us are hurting. And in our hurt, we cover it up by connecting to a group or an organization where we can easily get lost in the numbers. It's almost kind of like we're in NRG Stadium. And if I'm hurting, nobody can really tell that I'm hurting because I'm blending in with all the rest of the jerseys that are in the stadium. But I'm still hurting. I need someone that I can have an intimate conversation with and to be able to be comfortable enough with them to share with them that I'm hurting. And people from a historical standpoint, a political standpoint, have limited knowledge on certain things, and they take 90-second clips and they make a storyline, of that, and they say this is the reason why we're not progressive. This is the reason why America is the way that it is. But it requires more than that. Our history is not summed up in a 90-second clip. Our history is not based on, a headline or a tagline. You have to come to the table and have these conversations. Now, when we talk about having these conversations, Rich, it's like, it's going to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And so when you did this, did you experience some resistance to some of the people that you shared the idea with, as well as those individuals who read the book and to converse with you about, their likes or dislikes about the book?
Yeah. The book, I talk about slavery in very hard conversations. I talk about even Joseph in the Bible being sold into slavery, and there was a purpose behind it for him to feed his family during a famine so that Judah and others could live on. He took no revenge on his brothers for selling him into slavery, but yet said, what you meant for evil, God meant for good, because now he understood purpose, and that's what brought peace, right? So that's where my book is predicated on, understanding to bring peace. Now, can we take that same subject and put it in America? We're not ready to accept that. But can I learn from Joseph? We had ancestors that were in slavery.
Come on.
Was there a purpose behind it? Did God meant something good to come from it? Is not us sitting in this room and what we can talk about today, the beauty and the fruit behind slavery? I just came from my family reunion, and from our book, it shows the first individual from slavery freed in our family and how we grew from that. I think it's an awesome grassroots understanding. But are we just to dwell on the slavery? Joseph didn't. He forgave his brothers and said, go get my other brother.
Come on.
Hugged him and loved him, and then even carried his dad's bones around when they went across the Red Sea, right? It's very deep, but we can learn from this biblical understanding and apply it to today. So where we are today, I think most importantly, what Eugene has done with Man to Man is he's created a platform, a safe environment for men to say, I'm not well. Right? And that's what God was trying to establish with the church, with prayer, is a safe environment to say, I'm not well. And Man to Man establishes a safe environment to say, I'm not doing well. And from there, we can start to heal.
Yeah.
You know? This book has some controversial things, back to your original question. I got about 100 things that Trump put in play that were all positive. And at the end of that, I say, now, if that upsets you, let's start with that. If that upsets you that he did 100 positive things, then let's start with that. And I can take that to a sports. Dusty Baker has led the Astros to the #1 position, and everybody out there been trying to get rid of Dusty. It has upset them today that Dusty's brought that team all the way to first place. But Dusty's had injuries, he's had pitching issues, he had woes, and still rose to #1. But it wasn't about being #1. I don't like Dusty is the issue.
Personal.
Yeah, it's personal. With Trump, it's personal. He can't do nothing good for some people. Barack couldn't either. The only reason I say Trump is because that was the most relevant. But let's go back 4 more years, and Barack couldn't do no good either.
That's right.
So if I listed 100 things about Barack and that upset you, let's start there. Why was good so rejected by you? And so today in this society, slavery was awful. But what's my dark past? Am I going to drop it? Then I won't be the man I am today. America can't be America without the dark side of slavery. These things are just real.
Facts, brother.
I can't throw them out. So I know Eugene would look on his past and he'd say, man, there's some hurtful, harmful dark sides that, didn't know I was going to make it through.
Yes, sir.
When I got ready to go to this men's retreat, Eugene was like, man, why you keep trying to back out? I suffered with anxiety, bad. I didn't want to have an anxiety moment with him and then he judge me for it or shame me for it. I don't know much about it.
That's right. That's
What
right.
happens if I break down?
That's right.
I've been breaking down. And then I had $80 to my name. in a week.
$80. Didn't even
$80.
notice.
Yeah. So I was finna back out. I'm driving a Ford Expedition. It take $80 to fill it up. So,
You take your hand, you knock it out.
That's right.
now my fees are paid. So that's food, room, and board. It's paid. So
That's
I kept
right.
thinking, Rich, you can make it. I prayed and prayed. But I ain't lived a life in faith like that. So I finally told my brother, I said, this, I got $80. I think Gene told me he had 60 or something like that. Basically, like, hey, I'm lower than you. I'm going. Let's go. Together.
Let's roll.
Hey, we took off. Guess what? I came back with 40. I came back with 40.
Yeah.
A brother down there decided he couldn't go to the golf tournament.
Yes.
I was able to play in his spot for free. I had a good time in fellowship with these brothers. And we came back and I had money in my pocket.
Look at God.
Look at God. So, and me and him been tight ever since. But it took him staying on me. Yeah. And now look at my faith because I remember that. I didn't have no anxiety down there. I was just fine. Yeah. And I had a wonderful time. I've been back ever since. I'm actually not even a member at Sugar Land no more, and I'm going this year to their men's retreat.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not even a member there. They invite me, and I'm still going.
There you go. See, this is what this is all about, and that's what we talk about. We talk
deep.
about healing, man, and where it began. That's why I said it goes way back before all this stuff right
got
here.
chill bumps on me.
I know, me too. I got chill bumps as well, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy. What's even more crazy is that I knew nothing about this.
No, he didn't.
Which makes it that much better.
Right.
It's like we did not know each other, and I'm like,
We
hey man,
started
let's go to the men's retreat. I'm serious. I didn't know this guy. He could have been a serial killer. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But we got together, and was interesting. I may be wrong, Rich. Correct me if I'm wrong. They had a van that was going down there. I think the van left, and I'm sitting there waiting on Rich to come because I'm like, is this brother still coming?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm still on the fence.
Yeah, he was still on the fence. I'm sitting there waiting. I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
where is it? Like,
Look,
hey,
boy,
man,
you
you
see all
still
the
coming?
bones?
Oh man, I was gonna pull the plug.
You gonna-
Yeah, but I heard it in his voice. Like,
Yeah.
I gotta go, man.
Yeah.
I said, Lord, I prayed and I went.
Yeah, yeah, and that right there is the beginning stages of healing from the inside out. When we talk about healing America, and it starts with us, you know, in reference to us as men and healing. But you got to go to the right source in order for us to heal. If we don't go to the right source, we'll never heal. You know, we'll get a Band-Aid on it, right? But we won't get the stitches that are needed to close up the wound. And that's what God does. God helps us to close up that wound. Now, you have to understand that wounds leave scars, you know, and so just like Jacob was wrestling with God, right? And he said, hey man, I ain't gonna stop till I get my blessing. But Jacob left with a new name and a limp, right? So I mean, that is an indicator of what took place in what you went through. So cuts is one thing, the scars is another. The scars tell the story of what took place. In Healing America, there's a lot of wounds that are prevalent right now, but there's also a lot of scars as well. The question is, family, are we going to continue to maximize the wounds that are there, or are we going to start healing so we can tell the stories about the scars? That's the question right there. Because you mentioned something about slavery and about Joseph, and how Joseph took the opportunity to use it for good, you know, rather than for bad. Do you see today people, especially when you talk about slavery, that individuals will still harp on the fact of slavery and not move forward like Joseph did?
Yes, so I do want to say one thing. I don't want to discount the systematic impact that's still prevalent and relevant today in terms of slavery. It still exists.
Absolutely.
So I do believe there is still a need to help those that have not fully recovered out of what that has caused.
Amen,
so I
brother.
don't want to discount that at all.
Yes, sir.
However, I do believe for those that have, by generation, have been able to be granted opportunity, that we should be able to seize that moment. And that's how we can say we've honored our past, our relatives that didn't have that opportunity, is by seizing this opportunity. So I look at my great-grandmother. I remember going to her funeral, and she was born in 1898 and died in 2001. So she didn't hit 3 centuries. I think about her all the time. I say, think of everything she saw. And I've been placed in a great position to succeed. And I need to do that for at least her. Yeah, because she didn't always have that opportunity. So maybe we can think about that sometimes. But there's another hard case out there. There's some people that, by their generation, they have not yet reached a stable platform to be able to succeed. They just have not. They've had education challenges. They've had a relative or something that didn't put them in a position to be educated and succeed. And that's not always an excuse, because I know some individuals that overcame that, even though they didn't have nothing, came from poverty and became an attorney or became something special. Even Barack could say that. So anyway, it's just understanding. Jesus is going to require us to help them all.
That's right.
I'm not even trying to determine, if I'm following him, what your situation is, but respond to, you need help. Yeah.
That's right, brother.
Yeah.
That's right. We're talking about Healing America, and the book, we got Richard Blount here, my good friend is here. Rich, can you please tell them where they can get this amazing book, brother?
So the book, you can buy it on Amazon. Amazon's probably the best way. You can go to Westbow Press, is a Christian publishing company. You can buy it off their site. And I also have an audio book for it. So you can go into iTunes if you're not a book reader, because some people love to read a book, they like, that's not my thing. And they like to listen to it in the car.
Yep.
Go on iTunes and it's cheaper. It's actually $9.99 for the audio book, and you can listen to it on your phone and in the car. It's a wonderful thing, and the guy that's the narrator sounds like Barack Obama. It's not, but he sounds like it.
So don't get twisted.
Yeah, but you know, when you hear Barack's voice, man, it does something to you.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
He sounds just like it. And so the audio book is special to me. I paid the extra for that because I work in corporate America. A lot of people like the audio books. And so,
I do too.
yeah, I have an audio book option, iTunes.
That's
Try
awesome.
it out.
That is awesome. Any socials, anything like that, people can follow you to learn more about the author of the book?
I have an author page on Facebook, author Richard Blount. I put a lot of positive daily affirmations on there. I got several videos about the book on that Facebook site as well. If I do any events or things like that, then I'll post those there as well.
Right. So here's the thing. Along with the book, what also about as we're talking about men and manhood and stuff like that, it's important for us to know what is Richard's blunts. Listen to me. Richard don't have no blunts. I'm just saying, don't get it twisted. He ain't that. No, we don't do that. What is Richard Blount's definition of a man?
Like that.
Yeah, and I thank Gene for giving me that question in advance so I could do it some justice, because you could ruin the answer on me, right? So I kind of wanted to go something very biblical.
Come on,
and God is spirit, we know that, but He's personified as a man.
Yes, sir.
And then men have the ability to be a man or a father or a husband. And so I think in the Bible, each one of those has been captured. God as a man personified. And it says, what is the duty of a man? And it's to fear the Lord and do His will, right? That's pretty much, if I want to simplify it. But even as a man, I'm a husband. So I'm required to fulfill certain things as a provider, as a protector, things of that nature. And I'm a father. So same way, provide and protect my children and raise them up in the Lord. So all three of those could be somewhat daunting at times on men. But that is what God has asked us to do, and He's there to help us. That Bible is there to help us through that if we trust Him. So the definition of a man, it could be all three. You could be a man, husband, father, but definitely is to fear the Lord. If you start there, and this word fear, sometimes we misconstrue that as fear as in trembling, but it's in respect.
Yes, sir.
Respect of the Lord, and then obey His word.
That's right.
His word is there to help us.
That's right.
So, and how do you get that? Some people don't want to go to church and do all these things. You have to go.
Absolutely.
You got to be hearing the word, because you can't serve the Lord, or you don't know His expectations if you ain't listening to Him.
Absolutely.
So-
Absolutely. Well, man,
And then you got to be accountable for that you heard.
Got to be
Absolutely.
accountable. You got to go do it.
Do it, yeah. Yeah.
Can't just listen.
Don't be about it. Do it.
don't be about it. Don't talk about it. Be about it, right?
Yeah.
Man, I thank you so much for joining me, Rich. I'm telling
Awesome,
you, we just
awesome.
barely scratching the surface. We ain't done yet. He coming back, to talk about his book, Healing America.
Richard coming back?
Yeah, he coming
Oh,
back. He
coming
got to
back,
come
Rich.
back,
Come
because
on now.
there's more stuff to talk about when it comes to Healing America, and just some different points there.
We just touched the surface.
We barely touched the surface. Barely touched the surface. So Houston, go and get that book. Go to Amazon. Go to iTunes. Go ahead and get Healing America. Please start the conversation and keep the conversation going. Do it with an open mind and an open heart.
Yes.
As men, it's our responsibility to lead in this area, to do those things to help us heal.
Absolutely.
Now, we're not the healers, but we lead to the healer, and that is the Almighty God. I thank you so much, Rich, for being here, and I can't wait till you come back. In Houston, thank you so much for listening, and we look forward to you guys tuning in to the next time on the Man to Man Let's Talk Show. And just remember, Houston, it is so important that in all the things that we do, if the answer to your why does not include God, then why are you doing it? You better believe it. Everything that we need to do, we need to have God in it. Men, let's go out and let's connect, let's meet, and let's serve with our fellow man. And let's help each other as we heal in America. Thank you, Houston, for listening to us. Let's have ourselves a great weekend. Y'all stay cool out there now. You're listening to the legendary KYOK. This is the Man to Man Let's Talk Show with your host, Eugene Johnson Jr., baby. Man to Man, let's talk. Y'all have a great weekend now. Yeah. Yeah. Hey now. We in the building, man. Me and my boy Rich. This is how we do this. That's right, baby. This is how we do it. We're going to do it again, too. I can't wait. Healing America. Y'all have yourself a good one. Please share this video, because you never know. This video might save somebody's soul. Take care now, man to man.